It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Republicans want to sign on to just a one little extra year of these ACA subsidies. You want to know why? What's happening next year? Midterm elections. They want to extend these subsidies just a year extra so that people don't realize the dupe that they are pulling on everyone, so that they can all reelect themselves and allow those things to expire the moment that they win reelection. And it is time to get politics out of what should be a guaranteed universal right in the United States of America, and that is health care. And so I will not accept a measly 1 year acceptance, a measly 1 year extension of the ACA. We need to make sure that we are expanding and continuing the fight and not falling for the fine print, not falling for the tricks, and not falling for the politics around this. Republicans want to sign on.
Yeah, what do y'all think? I mean, the Republicans are really putting a number on this country. But hey, AOC always has the best policies going. So I think I think she's a fine lady. They're fine on both sides, Republican and Democrats. They're fine people on both sides.
Saying that Medicaid money has never gone to illegal aliens in the United States of America.
I'm not denying anything. I'm asking you if you can explain the disconnect in the message.
I most certainly can. The Democrats' proposal, their continuing resolution, let me just reiterate, the Republicans' continuing resolution was a clean continuing resolution. There was no partisan politics injected into it. There were no conservative wish lists injected to it.
I want to see the clean. What does she mean by clean? It's like, it's clean. That just saying it's clean doesn't make it right. Like, what does clean mean? She's not going to explain that.
The Republicans want, and still want to this very second, is a clean continuing resolution to fund the United States government. What did the Democrats want in their continuing resolution? They inserted a provision to undo a provision in the Working Families Tax Cut, the One Big Beautiful Bill, that ended taxpayer-funded health care illegal benefits for illegal aliens. Democrats' proposal would require Medicaid to pay more for emergency care provided to illegal aliens than Medicaid does for American patients who are disabled, elderly, or children. And this bill would have also allowed California to continue a gimmick that funds its Medicaid for illegals program. Those are things that we ended, the Trump administration ended, with the passage and the signage of the One Big Beautiful Bill. And it is an undisputed fact, a fact that under the Biden administration, illegal aliens were absolutely receiving taxpayer-funded health care benefits. In fact, in fiscal year 2024, Medicaid costs for emergency services for illegal immigrants skyrocketed by 142% from the previous year to $9.1 billion. That's $9.1 billion taxpayer.
This whole Democratic Republican beef that's going on that's keeping the government shut down, there's no resolution to it because Republicans aren't backing down. Democrats aren't backing down. I assume eventually the Democrats will back down. This One Big Beautiful Bill will pass. And guess what? America, we're going to have to deal with it. We're going to absolutely have to deal with it because it's like there's no, right now we don't see an end in sight. And if we don't get on our lawmakers, really Democrats, to, at some point you just got to be like, man, just let them do it, and then we'll deal with it. Because every time something bad happens, Democrats say, regular Democrats, not like politicians. I'm like, regular Democrats be like, well, you voted for him. You voted for him. Now look. See, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be the now look. Look at what you did. It's going to be pointing the fingers. And, when somebody really doing something good, you'd be like, oh, let him cook. We need to get this nigga out the kitchen. Because he keep burning the food. You know what I'm saying? You got an uncle that always got the fire too hot on the grill and burning stuff. We got an uncle on the grill, and he burning everything. He burning it up fast. And I mean, sometimes, hell, look, this is why when something bad happens, you gotta be like, hey, well, you voted for him. You know what I'm saying? And then what they gonna say? He's your president too. We know that. We know that. We tried to tell y'all that we didn't want him as our president, but y'all insisted bringing him back in here. Y'all insisted in letting Unc back on the grill. Now everybody got to eat burnt ribs because y'all want to let Unc back on the grill. It just ain't. It ain't peaceful. It ain't positive. It ain't. We ain't moving nowhere. We going backwards. We sitting stagnant. The government about to be shut down for a whole month now. Come November 1st, everybody gonna be hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Services for illegals. Between
The price of everything going skyrocket. Just watch, man. Just watch.
President Trump's last full fiscal year under his first administration and Joe Biden's last full fiscal year, Medicaid spending on emergency services for illegal immigrants nearly tripled. There was an increase of 196% between 2020 and 2024. And I have a chart here for you, and I'm more than happy to email it to you. I'd also like to add, because some were asking dishonest questions yesterday about emergency rooms. In Southern California, according to healthcare professionals in 2023 under the Biden administration, Southern California's, quote, entire healthcare system was being bombarded with illegal immigrants and forcing American patients to endure longer wait times. In Denver, Colorado, the CEO of Denver Health stated that 8,000 illegal immigrants made 20,000 visits to the city's health system in 2023, leaving an uncompensated bill totaling over $10 million. So when an illegal alien goes to the emergency room, who's paying for it? The American taxpayer. The main safety net hospital in Denver had to turn away patients due to the massive influx of illegal immigrants into the community, and UC Health hospitals in 2024 reported their system was under stress from an increasing number of migrants. As a result, according to the head of emergency departments and urgent cares across the hospital system, quote, access is impeded for everyone. These are healthcare professionals who dealt with this directly, and there's a lot more where that came from. It is an undisputed fact that Democrats want to give taxpayer-funded healthcare benefits to illegal immigrants.
I mean, look, I get it. Like I said, I don't want to keep our country going backwards. So if we have illegal immigrants, let's find a way to legalize them, at least the ones who want to work, which is a lot of them. And let's put a system in place that can get them one by one. And the ones that have criminal records, they might have to go back for a while. But if they come by legal means, I'm all for it. But I wouldn't say go to schools and kids' baseball games and stuff like this, rounding up illegals. I don't think those are the people that we want to get rid of, because those are the hard workers who most of them are taxpayers. However, they got a tax ID, but whether it be a CPN or some sort, whatever it is, let them stay. But at the same time, they still got to take the legal means to become citizens. So there. Now, then that kind of starts with the healthcare situation. Hey, when hospitals start turning people around, they start doing stuff illegal, then we're going to really feel it, because the hospital can't foot the bill. Or when hospitals start closing. We don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, we don't know. Or guess what? Trump could just bail out the hospitals. Because the hospitals, when they start shutting down, somebody got to pay that. Somebody got to pay that bill. So either way, because if the hospitals got to take the people, and then they take a bailout later, then America still paid for it. But then they got that one big beautiful bill that just makes a lot of sense, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Y'all gonna figure it out. We all gonna figure it out. One day.
Crystal clear. What this bill did was create the potential for SNAP programs to no longer exist in any shape, form, or fashion in terms of providing SNAP benefits in states that could not afford to or chose not to, for whatever reason, meet the cost sharing. Is that a fair assessment of that, Ms. Green?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Bivens,
Yes, it is.
Ms. Schmidt.
Yes, sir.
I almost just want to sit in silence to let that sink in. The United States of America just signed into law a bill that will allow states, essentially, to determine whether or not they will provide food assistance to anyone, to federally funded food assistance to anyone.
Anyone joining in on the poll? Thank you, Robin B, for the floating hearts.
As a whole, the ACA, also known as Obamacare, but who is the group of people that are actually using it?
Yeah, this to me was one of the biggest surprises. When you actually dig into the data, you can understand why Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing what she's doing and why this debate is actually dividing Republicans. Because take a look here. Who are the ACA marketplace enrollees? Look at this. The plurality are actually Republicans. Republicans are more likely to use the marketplace than Democrats are at 45%. Democrats at 35%. Then you get independents at 20%. But the key nugget here is Republicans are more likely, in fact, to be the enrollees in the marketplace than Democrats are. And the majority of the enrollees, 57%, are in Republican-held congressional districts like Marjorie Taylor Greene's. So what we're seeing here is it's not actually Democrats who are the only ones who are taking advantage of Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act. There are a lot of Republicans, and the clear plurality of those who are the marketplace enrollees are actually Republicans, and the majority of them are actually in Republican-held districts. And that is why, Sarah, you're seeing this debate really divide Republicans and really unite Democrats.
Y'all believe that? Hey, man, that's why Marjorie Taylor Greene, she jumped off that ship, man. She was like, I see it sinking. It's a hole in the side of the ship. I see it sinking. And, you know, hey, y'all got to give the girl her props. She stood up to those fascists. She stood up to those fascists over there, the Republicans. She the only person in the Republican Party that got balls. She just need to turn Democrat. We need a Marjorie Taylor Greene and a Jasmine Crockett to work together. You know how dangerous them two women could be? Boy, if you ain't seen two women put their head together, they'll catch Osama bin Laden cheating. Okay? Listen.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.